audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hello? Oh. Hey, everybody. We on?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you know, as my headphones turned up. Well, what kind of maniac turns the headphones off? Let me just say this. I'm tired of everyone effing with everyone else's knobs. You know what I mean? Like when we used to do it out of the other studio, the headphones would be on so loud blood would come out of your ears.
So
and then
like us,
here
yeah.
it's turned all the way down. What are you doing with my knobs? Leave them alone.
Who else comes in this studio anyway?
I don't know, but that's it. I'm gunning for him. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline, man.
Good times. You're great spirits tonight, Adam.
Well, just leave the knob alone. Hey, everybody. 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Bianca Kajlich is our guest tonight. Drew's having computer problems.
I came in and signed this thing on 3 times. Oh, yes.
Rock Me Baby is the name of her new show. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock, UPN. Tuesday nights, that's tomorrow night, everybody. 9 o'clock. And then you know what you watch after that? Crank Anchors. That's right, 10 o'clock, Comedy Central. Bianca, delight to see you again.
It's good to see you guys, too.
Yeah.
I actually heard you guys with all the fellow Dawson Creekers a while back, I think, after you were on the show.
We were in North Carolina.
Yeah.
We were filming the show.
And I think that everyone was wasted, except for you two, of course,
yes,
on the show.
Busy and Michelle and Oliver, right?
Yeah.
Those are the 3 that night.
They have their own stills out there.
Each of them.
Everybody in North Carolina has a still. You're granted 10 acres, a mule, and a still when you become a resident of North. It is North Carolina, right?
That's where we were.
Yeah, okay.
Or something?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
what a hellish nightmare that entire trip was. Anyway, so, it's great to have you back on the
Thank
show, Bianca.
you.
That's what I wanted to say. And here's the other thing I want to say. Is Dan Cortese...
Cortese.
It's Cortese.
Yes.
When did that become Cortese, and how does that work?
Well, I'm not sure when it happened, but I know it was recently.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually because I believe his grandfather, when his son was born, requested the name be changed back to the official pronunciation when he came over to this country.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's too bad. Once we know you, I told you when my sister... Her name's Lauren. She tried to spell it with a Y at some point in her career, like about 28. She decided it was going to be L-Y or L-A-U-R-Y-N or something. I said no. And this is what you should have said to Dan.
Well, it wasn't really my decision. It was already that way when I got there.
We got to stand up to Dan Cortese. You see? You see what I did? I called him Cortez. All right, so this show. Now, what is this show about?
It's about a morning shock jock, morning DJ, and his wife, and they are just a young couple having their first child and kind of dealing with the repercussions of a new baby in the life and him talking about their private life on the air and coming home and dealing with that.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of familiar to me. We need to throw as a co-host in there to keep giving his wife grief. That adds
your
extra
wife.
element.
Well, your wife listens to the program.
Yeah.
That's her problem. My wife just has C's she works with who have to fill her in on stuff. Oh, Adam seemed very sweet on the guest last night. Yeah, he was hitting on her. Little C's. You guys just kill yourselves. Little bitches filling everyone's head with everything. You know those little bitches that run around work all the time? I saw Adam on, he was talking about, if you gained weight, you know these people? Just take a number 2 pencil and just ram it into your ear. Just ram it into your ear. You know who you are. God damn, I wanted to kill this bitch who was doing this last time. Remember the girl who was in here I didn't even like?
Right.
I hated her.
Yes.
And I did nothing. It's not like you, Bianca.
Yes.
We're going to have something going on.
Yeah.
This girl...
Let's give him something to talk about.
I don't remember who it was. I didn't like her. This is some sort of dizzy, blonde, bad actress who blew through here and I couldn't stand her, right?
Yeah.
Adam seemed like he was flirting. Shut up! Little coos. Just kill yourself. Slit your own throat. Have just a shred of dignity, would you people? And listen, just don't talk to anybody about anything. These girls, women at work, the little 20-somethings who have to run around. I don't want to talk, but I thought you should know. Shut up! These people. True, your wife's one of them.
What?
You know they like to walk around, like to gossip and spread everything all over the place. I just thought you should know.
No, she doesn't do that. She does not do that.
All right, everyone just shut up. Thank you. At work, don't talk to anybody. Talk about work, would you?
We need to work on your mood here, Adam. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to start with a Florida or Germany question. Okay? Yeah, that'll make you feel better. So tell everybody how this works.
Well, I think the song says it all, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Now, here's how it works. All evil, all bizarre evil emanates from either Florida or Germany. We have to guess which one it comes from. This is we've never played this with a guess. Oh yes, we have. Haven't we?
I think we
Well, you were on this rant last time I was here.
Florida and Germany?
Not Germany, but Florida for sure.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about that.
Now
for
we turn into a hot game show.
Okay.
Watch, Richard.
Yeah?
You're 14.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
What's up?
All right. Okay. The president of the world's largest mail order company has been making extortion payments for the past 10 days. Police arrest a 50-year-old man with a payment of $2.5 million, was delivered.
All right, now it's Germany. It's Germany.
Although if he was smart enough,
he would have done that.
You know, he might be screwing with us.
He's not. We're going Germany.
We'll finish the story.
You're not even going to let me finish?
Go ahead.
2.5 million Deutsch marks. Anyway, go ahead.
The money packed into a suitcase was then thrown from a moving train when a radio signal was received.
Yeah,
the extortionist had selected the local train. The signal was received shortly after 7 p.m. The suitcase was then thrown from the train, but hundreds of policemen supported by mobile SWAT teams stood waiting along the route. The extortionist was apprehended as he made a move to retrieve the suitcase.
All right, let me explain. This is Germany, because in Florida, when they want money, you got some guy wearing one sandal saying, "I'm going to stab you with this spork."
Yeah.
They don't do all this extortion stuff.
Especially radio signals.
And I don't even think they have
trains in Florida. Come on.
This is Germany.
All right, you guys are right.
Okay,
thanks.
Richard, thank you.
But it is true. He did do a slight hiccup and a half on the Deutschmark thing. All right, that's how you play Florida or Germany.
But to be fair, he could have been stumbling on dollars too. Except what we know is that our callers would have gone. He was found with $2.5 million,
right,
and gone right through it without even stopping.
Right.
If it were Florida,
probably wouldn't have noticed either. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Tom.
Hey.
You're 15. What's up?
My dad has been drinking for a while, and he went into rehab. But when he got out, he wasn't too committed to getting off the bottle.
Where's my bourbon?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't really know what to do about it.
What to do about it? Just go to Alateen and let it be. I think, in my experience, if you possibly can do this, the thing that gets the attention of people with this disease more than anything else is a close relationship, sort of checking out, them losing connection with those relationships. And the only way you're going to be able to sort of withstand that is by you getting connected in a codependency recovery program like Alateen.
Yeah, but I've done Alateen and stuff. It just doesn't seem like he has the motivation to really push himself to stop.
The unfortunate thing, Tom, is a hard thing to swallow at 15, but you can't change that. You can certainly go to him and tell him how painful it is to have a dad as an alcoholic and for him not to be willing to do something about it. But the reality is you can't change him. And all you can do is focus on yourself right now.
Well, do you think he should just keep going to AA, or
of course he should. Right. He should get a sponsor. He should stay abstinent. He should go to meetings regularly. He will get better if he stays with the program. But if he doesn't, he'll drink.
Yeah.
Very simple. And then he'll go right back where he was.
You got to take care of yourself, though, Tom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be. You got to be careful about being a boozer when you're older.
I don't.
Uh-oh. Smoke a little weed, do you?
No.
No?
No.
I don't think Tom's got the gene.
Stay away from them drugs.
Be that as it may.
Leave that for the big boys. You know what I'm saying?
You're the child.
Yeah.
He's the parent.
Yeah.
Don't try to parent the parent. It doesn't work.
That's right.
Bad for you.
That's right.
Bye.
That's what we had. I had that with my parents. I'm the child. You guys are the retards.
Yeah.
We knew that's how it worked.
Set those rules up real early.
We were never established. I knew it by 8. All right, where are we? Bianca, what's happening?
I'm just hanging out.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where do you live? You live out here?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, in Hollywood, I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold.
You from?
Oh, yeah.
Where from originally?
Seattle.
Seattle.
It's so romantic to me when I hear from people. People are from anywhere up north.
Anywhere cold.
Yeah, it's just where they get some rain and some wind.
Right.
People, was it nice? Where?
I lived like a little bit in a little suburb of Seattle called Edmonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful if you like the rain. People who move up there from California hate it and get depressed, but
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I'd go nuts because, I'd go nuts with car and house-related stuff.
Yeah.
I'd want to do stuff on the house that I couldn't do. I'd get tired of washing my car. All right, let's, you want to talk to Christina or Vanessa?
Vanessa.
All right. Vanessa?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yep.
What's up?
Last week, me and my boyfriend had sex in a new position, and afterwards, my vagina flared up so much. Usually it does a little, but it was.
She said swelled up.
Swelled up.
But she turned into flared and
Flared
swelled.
up. Yeah. That's
Oh,
what I got.
yeah,
Swelled up.
yeah.
All right.
It was really big, and it hurt.
Uh-huh.
I was just wondering if it was normal.
Like in a cartoon when you'd hit yourself in the hammer with in the thumb with a hammer, and it would just get huge like that.
Yeah, it hurt
Yeah.
so bad though. I couldn't walk, and then
For how long
It
did
was
that last?
probably for at least 24 hours. It was
All right.
the next day, and it
A
still
long
hurt.
time for that 24-hour
Yeah.
answer. I thought she was going to say it was 18 days, 20, about a day.
She's counting hours.
Well, wait a second. What position, by the way?
From behind.
Mm-hmm.
It
That's
was the
it.
first time we did it.
Is that the doggy position?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You got to clarify that because just from behind could be. I mean,
Okay.
Drew told me
My
once
bad.
when we were on a plane, maybe strong. He said about 75 variations on from behind.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you were telling me.
You're creative when I'm drunk, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Great.
Vanessa, here's the deal. That kind of 24-hour inflammation is usually just from trauma, just from the activity you guys were engaged in. If it had gone on for a few more days, it would make me worry about herpes or vaginitis, other infectious problems. But just 24 hours, it goes away completely. Usually that's just irritation.
Okay, that's what I
So,
thought. But it was just
You guys wearing condoms?
no. I'm on the pill.
All right. Hey, but good times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time.
All right.
Another
Okay.
Pacific Northwesterner, Vanessa.
Oh, yeah. Portland area. Vanessa had a boring cadence.
Maybe it's
know what I'm
us.
saying? Could be us.
Yeah.
Bianca, do you think it's us?
I don't know. It's kind of monotone over on this end.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ouch.
A bit.
Let's try to pick it up a little,
Yeah,
Drew.
we got to.
You sound different? You sound the
We sound
same.
a little tired.
Sound tired? No, I just meant tonally. Same?
Flat, yeah, a little flat.
Something wrong? We need something. We need to slide a potentiometer one way or the other?
Oh, you mean the actual tone, the actual
Yeah.
color of the sound? No.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get it going now.
All right, here we go. I'm
See if
sitting
we
up
pick it
straight
up
now.
on this call. Hey, you get in here too, Bianca. Don't just sit back and
Okay,
pass judgment on
I'm
us.
waiting. I'm not.
Okay. That sounded like judgment.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
It
did.
felt
It
like
did. It
actually
did.
felt like judgment. It sounded like criticism, but it felt like judgment.
Sidebar here. What's going on over here? That's fine.
I don't know. She's tough.
Okay.
Christina,
Yeah.
you're 16.
Yes, sir.
What's up? We got a new and improved show now.
Lately, I've been experiencing really bad anger problems, and I tend to say that I'm someone that I'm not, and then later I don't remember it. I got mad at my little sister, and I told her my name was Stephanie. So, I mean, that wasn't the first case. A long time ago, I had gotten into a fight. Well, last year I had gotten into a fight in December, and at school, and I don't remember getting into the fight until I got arrested and taken into the office. And I remember standing in the crowd watching it, but I just don't remember the fight. And people tell me that I might have a borderline personality. I went to go see a counselor about it because I have major anger problems.
Well, dysregulated aggression is part of the borderline syndrome, but more than borderline, it sounds like you may be dissociative, meaning that you sort of check out, don't know where you are when you're getting in these very intense states, and maybe even other personalities kick in, which is what multiple personality disorder is all about. Were you badly traumatized when you were growing up?
I was beaten by my mom for 4 years, and then she left right before I was 4, and she left.
So you were beaten under the age of 4, so that's
I
pretty
mean, she started beating you at birth?
Yeah. It's sad because I can remember, a lot of stuff
like
for
what?
the little while that she was around.
What do you mean, like what?
I remember when I was little, I was standing on the coffee table and I knocked her cup over, and I remember that she just came after me and she kept hitting me. And my dad worked night shifts at this time, so it was like right around bedtime, and I remember that I was crawling underneath the table so she couldn't get me or something, and I hit my head, and I have like a dent in my head to prove it. And then
you do get the dents in the head. I saw it happen once. It's weird. I saw a guy get a dent in his head. Under a table, too.
When we saw him get a dent in his head.
He went underneath the table, he
Came out
popped
with a
his
dent?
head up, and he got a dent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Christina, this heavy trauma is stuff that takes a lot to deal with and a lot of treatment if you're going to get over it. And, yeah, understandably, you'd have these sort of outbursts of rage and aggression that you can't regulate. That's
and well, I've also gone through a lot more. I'm like, I've seen a counselor. I just don't know how to open up to people.
Well, please try. You're the perfect victim. I'm sure people have tried to rape you or have raped you and all kinds of things.
I've been raped, and I've had people try to rape me, and I was sexually abused from 5 to 7 because the guy told me that it was okay.
All right. Well, okay. Where's your mom now?
I have no idea.
Burning in hell, perhaps?
That'd be nice.
I wish.
Who's she? Well, listen, somebody beat on her when she was a girl. So listen, all you people that were abused always can have that satisfaction of knowing that your mom, your dad, whatever it was, they were abused too. That's why they're abusing you. There's a little consolation, but at least I guarantee someone was beating on your mom when she was a girl.
Yep.
No,
all right.
My mom was an alcoholic.
Her mom,
yeah.
Okay.
And beat her.
Who is raising you now? Your dad?
Yeah.
How's he?
He's out of a job right now, but he's wonderful. He has not laid a finger on me. He's been a father like I needed him. If I needed him, I can go to him for anything.
All right.
And
all right. Well, you got to stick with that counseling.
Okay.
And that's it. I mean, look, you know what you're doing. You've had a bad hand dealt to you, but you seem like you're dealing with it okay.
Got a stable relationship with Dad?
Is my relationship with Dad stable? Yeah.
No, but having that improves your prognosis quite a bit. So.
Yeah. Want me to tell you how this guy got the dent in his head?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
was just thinking about that. I wonder how that happened.
I think I told you this, Drew. I had bottomed out in my life. I was...
Which time?
I bottomed out multiple times.
Yeah.
I was probably... I was a little too old to be doing this, but I was...
36.
No, I was like 28.
Okay.
I was probably like 28, and I was working... I was working for myself, building cabinets and doing finish work, and I was just a freelance carpenter. And one of the guys who I employed, who was from my comedy troupe, was going out to try out for a group called Party Pals. You dress up as a Ninja Turtle, and you dressed up as like Superman or a Ninja Turtle, and they pay you $45, and they give you the costume, and you got to put the part I couldn't figure out is you got to put the head on like 100 feet from the kids' party.
Right, they can't see you.
Yeah, it means you're driving your car with the Ninja Turtle head on, or you're walking down the street like a retard with this turtle head on, and these things would be in parks and stuff in the middle of the day, so you'd have to park like down the street, and you're just trucking up the highway with your Ninja. Anyway, the thing smelled. You know, he didn't make any money. He said, anyway, I showed up at his house one day. He said, I'm trying out for Party Pals. You want to go? And I thought, geez, I don't know. Like, technically, it's in the business. You know what I mean? Like, you're performing. You're getting paid to perform. I swear, that's how people... I was desperate, but I thought, I don't even know if I'd go that low. But I went with him to do the audition anyway.
I remember if you told me the story in the past, your thinking was, geez, I can't go that low, and they won't even hire me anyway.
Yeah, they're never
going
to hire me. Yeah. So I went down there with him, and there was like 20 other desperate actors all standing in a very small room, all vying for the limited number of positions to get paid $45 to dress up as a turtle and go to kids' parties. And we're all just standing around. And they're like, all right, well, let's get started with a simple improv drill. We'll do something called machine. You start as one component of a machine, and everyone else will get connected to you. And I'd done a bunch of improv, so I knew what this thing was. And it's fine if you go last. If you go first, you're screwed, you know.
You're
so
standing there for half an hour.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, Adam, how about you go first? And so you have to sit there and make some sort of repetitive, retarded movement, and people have to join in. But it always takes a while, and you're just standing in the room with 13 people looking at you, going, moving your arms some stupid way. I remember I was like, oh, Christ. I stood up, I started moving my arms like a robot. And after about it seemed like 10 minutes of doing it, nothing going on. I turned to the woman and I said, you want me to make a noise with this? And she goes, it'd be nice. Oh, Christ. I got to kill myself.
Why don't you yell at her?
Anyway,
once in a while?
the very last person on this connect the machinery thing decided to get smart and went under the table to do their movement or do something, and then lifted her head up and whacked it on the bottom of this table and left a dent.
Oof.
And I remember thinking, I feel bad for you, but I'm glad because it's made us stop. Like, once she whacked her head, the machine stopped, and everyone went, all right. And then I got a call a couple days later. Turned out I made it.
Oh, good.
Party pal.
Did you go do it?
No, never did it. But my buddy Paul did do it, and I used to go to the park and watch him as the turtle and make fun of him. Yeah. It's good times, you know.
Oh, boy.
One quick call. What do you say,
There's a Germany
Drew?
and Florida one on 6.
No. Drew, we got to help
You
the
said it
kids.
quick.
We got to help the kids.
All right, Kyle, 16.
Kyle,
Yeah.
you're 16.
Yeah.
What's up?
First of all, I gotta tell you, Adam, you're my role model, and man, show isn't any good without you anymore.
Good times.
And my first question is for Dr. Drew. I take Concerta for ADHD,
Right.
and previously I had taken a bunch of other medicines such as Paxil and Ritalin.
Okay.
I was wondering if they could cause a
Just do it!
stunt. That they could stunt the growth of certain appendages.
No.
They can't.
No. But the fact that you're having that thought makes me concerned that you have obsessive-compulsive disorder as much as ADD. So
Yeah.
kind of watch out. And Concerta basically is Ritalin. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle,
Yeah.
what are you listening to?
I just have radio on. It's
Not the radio station we're on, mind you.
You have another radio station on?
yeah, because
Okay. Could you turn it down next time you call, jackass?
oh, sorry.
Yeah, all right. Well, excuse me. I don't like hearing the guy's music come through. And obviously, here's a guy who doesn't, any distractions at all are going to F him up. He is not a diamond cutter, this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
He's already having difficulty getting out of the gate and forming a question. Now he's got the music in the background. Look, let me just say this, people. Understand your strengths and weaknesses. And if your weakness is forming a sentence, do not have the radio station going while you're talking on a radio. Yes?
Yeah.
All right.
Good advice.
Thank you. Let me tell you this. The Ataris are coming in here tomorrow night. And then Adrian Young, the drummer from that band I put a curse on many years ago. No doubt. Whatever happened to them, Drew?
Heard of them. I haven't heard of them.
I put a curse on the band about 8 years ago.
And then pow.
They took right off. Bianca, maybe I'll put a curse on you tonight.
It's a good thing.
You should. I dressed up as Gwen Stefani for Halloween.
Oh, really?
There
you go.
If I put a curse on you, man, you better get a wheelbarrow to bring your cash home in. Because, Drew, the Carolla curse,
It's a good thing.
it's huge.
Okay.
And also, Jack Black and Tenacious D will be in here a little bit later in the week. Rock Me Baby, the show the lovely Bianca's from, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock, UPN. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Bianca Kajlich is our guest tonight. Rock Me Baby's name for show. Dan Cortese.
Casey.
Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. UPN, everybody. All right. Where was we? Yes, when we left off.
2.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
you're 20.
Yeah.
What's up?
I heard you guys talking about last night how if you do too much of something like masturbating, you could get that whole thing turned off and like it'll stop working after a while.
No,
No, that's not what we
we
said.
never said that.
No, it was about the
We were talking about no free lunch from Mother Nature. We were
Yeah.
discussing whether or not we meant the same thing as it pertained to this kind of activity.
Yeah, but my question is how much that could that happen with masturbating at all or what?
No.
No.
I've never gotten to the bottom of my balls. If that's what you're talking about.
You've had powder come out.
I've had some powder come out once.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's
it blinded my I call them my assailant. It temporary. I will use it like a squid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Poof, and I'm gone. When it clears,
Andorra.
I'm gone. That's right.
All right, but Jeremy, how much you doing it?
Like 3 times a day. Oh, I cut down a lot. Like
where were you at? You cut down to 3 times a day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. What was where were you at?
Usually no more than 5, but
no more.
I was actually thinking about going to see a psychologist about it or something because it was just.
Hold on, you cut down
to 3.
You just cut 1 out, right?
2 out. Oh,
2
no
out.
more than 5.
No more than.
Actually, 5.
I think people always speak in riddles when it comes to jacking off.
Jeremy,
they never just give you a number.
Were you sexually abused growing up?
No.
No.
All right. How about you just slow it down a little?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Are you using internet or anything like that?
Yeah, not so much anymore. I'd be on like 4 hours a night using the internet.
Yeah, because you.
But I definitely cut down from that. It's not.
You got to get busy.
But you're sounding like an internet sex addict.
Yeah.
If you get to the point where you can't control it and it's affecting your life.
Yeah, that's why I was actually thinking about seeing a psychologist or a doctor or something.
There are not a lot of people out there trained to deal with this or even to understand how to assess it.
Uh-huh.
The best place I know of is actually in California at the Del Amo Treatment Center or in Arizona at the Meadows. You might call the Meadows. They probably have resources.
Really?
Well, he's in New York.
Let's go to a therapist.
This is a specific addiction.
Okay, but what if he got busy?
That's a little naive because that's like saying that people drink too much because they have too much time on their hands. Therefore, we got to just get them busy, and therefore they'll stop drinking.
Well, yeah, but this is I don't know. I just think this is marginally different than that. I mean, that is a substance that you ingest that's addicting.
You're right.
And listen to Drew.
No, it is a point I've always made too, which is that usually the behavioral addictions follow a chemical addiction if you're really going to have a true behavioral addiction.
But I mean, if you're here's what ends up happening. When guys get depressed, they beat off a lot. You know,
that's true too.
This is how it works. And what happens is they're not working very much.
Right.
They have too much time.
There's something to what you're saying.
Oh, really?
There is, yeah.
Thank you.
But on the other hand, I think that if he goes to just fine.
Well,
better he should go to general psychiatrist.
Let's find out what's going on. Are you working?
I am now. I wasn't when I was doing it like 5 times a day or more.
Right.
Occasionally.
More.
I mean, it was give or take 5 times a day, but
sure.
Since I got a job, I have cut down to like 3 times, usually 2. But
the way he says that, my instinct is to sort of do the math the way I do it with my alcoholic patients, which is multiply times 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you figure so 5 is 10 and 2 is 4.
I'm tempted. Yeah.
What are you doing? You're working. You're a pastry chef.
No, I'm a lifeguard.
Lifeguard. All right.
Of course, that's the next thing.
We're heading into the winter, right? Where are you lifeguarding at an indoor pool or
yeah,
something?
it's an indoor pool hotel.
And you're working 40 hours a week?
No, I'm a part-time student, and I'm working like 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
Oh, full-time student working 20 hours a week.
Are you in Manhattan?
No.
Okay.
All right. You have to stay as busy as humanly possible.
All right.
You get a relationship.
And you think that'll take
how
care
about
of
a girlfriend?
And I think a therapist would be a great idea. There's something going on, Jeremy. There is something. And
seems like lifeguard be a pretty good tail job. I mean, you know what I mean? You just hang around in your trunks. You position yourself so your nuts hang out when you're up on that thing. Let the ladies know you mean business. You know what I mean? You could never really get fired for that because no one think you did it on purpose.
You couldn't prevent that from happening, could you?
No. Huge scrotum. Drew's right. Mammoth scrotum. And, the women get hot when they see some scrotum. Yes,
no,
Bianca?
We don't.
Bianca's very impressed. Very impressed.
I love, see, that's like, there's all you need to know about men and women. Like a man sees some nipples poking through a T-shirt. He starts to get an erection. Woman sees a sack hanging out of the jogging shirt.
Though. It's just not pretty.
I know, but the female equivalent would be exciting to a guy because there's a sexual connotation to the whole
It's
thing.
one
You know,
that's a little closer to sex to a guy.
right? It's something.
Yeah, right,
It's something. A guy could see a little anus hanging out of something and get aroused by it.
Right.
A woman, if you saw some sack or even some junk coming through some shorts or something, would be nothing. Nothing for you. I mean, not
Oh, it
exciting.
would be something, but it wouldn't
Not-
be on the
okay.
positive end
But,
of things.
but what about a guy who's got a nice package?
Okay,
Something there,
let me tell you
right?
this.
Huh?
When I was
Yeah.
18 years old,
That's right.
I had my first experience with somebody's sack accidentally hanging out.
Oh, really?
I was younger than that. Maybe I was like 17.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quite possibly one of the grossest things I'd ever seen, just because it was so inadvertent.
But were you into the? Yeah, but here's the thing. There's 63-year-old trucker sack, and then there's like 19-year-old guy you're hot for sack. You see what I'm saying? This guy wasn't a guy you were hot for.
No, but he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't.
This is Dad's friend sack.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
no.
disgusting.
It was an older guy,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
that's what-
was.
yeah.
That's bad.
But I don't see how a younger guy would have done it for me.
I'm saying if you caught some sack from someone you were interested, if you'd been sacked by someone you're interested in, you may not have had such a bad sack taste in your mouth.
Okay.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
beg your pardon. Bianca's
That's
like, I'm
all
going to
I'm
kick my
saying.
publicist's ass for putting me on this show again.
She knew how the game went. She was serious about 8 months ago.
Hey,
or
I'm just
something.
excited. This is the first thing I can comment on.
Yeah. All right. So, but the point is sack never a good thing for a woman. But I have spoken to women that if they're and see, for a woman, it's all about whether they're attracted to the guy or not. I mean, if they're into the guy and the guy's got a
overlook
nice
everything.
package, there might be something
They just
there.
overlook everything.
Well, no, I'm saying a nice package on a guy that a woman is interested in.
I
could
just
be
don't think it
something.
really exists. If you love somebody, it becomes something that you love, but just seeing it is not
Well,
really.
I'm not. I don't mean
They're non-visual, Adam. You got to remember that.
No. Listen, they are not like men, but they're not non-visual.
Right.
They are attracted to attractive men.
Yes.
Tom Selleck gets a lot more tail than me. I was trying to think of someone who's unattractive, but it's not. Why scour around? Just go to me. But here's the point. It's not that funny, idiot. Drew, you want to see some sacks? Here's what I'm saying. If there's a guy...
Are you going to drop trout? Are you going to drop trout?
I'll drop
You will do it. I swear to God.
I'll drop trout.
Don't do it.
I'm crazy
Don't tempt
enough
him,
to drop
Bianca.
trout.
He would do it.
I've done it.
He's done it many
I
times.
personally do not want to see it.
You don't
so.
want me to drop trout.
Don't say
No.
anything. Don't say anything. He will.
I'll do it.
Quiet.
I'll do
Watch
it.
out.
I'm a
Watch out.
maniac. Okay, here's the point. If there's a guy...
We're doing bad radio, in case.
I'm talking about a guy that you're not... if you're in love, you're in love. But I'm just talking about there's a guy... He's cute. You work with him. You kind of, you have a crush on a guy, and he's got a nice package. That's a plus.
But let me tell you something.
Plus.
I don't. As far as
Plus.
like size goes, or that type of thing, I don't think women look at scrotum and get excited. I just don't think.
No, I'm not talking about scrotum now. I'm now I'm now creating the entire package.
The unit.
The package. You see what I'm saying? The package
It's just
includes
not
everything.
pretty. That's the bottom line.
Not the scrotum, the package. I'm now including. I'm now making the
Everything.
whole package.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Still not pretty.
Yes.
Listen, I've talked to women that
I know
like
you think it's pretty,
see a little
Adam. I know.
something filling out the
I think
pants.
it's hard for you to imagine
I'm
male
not
genitalia
talking
not
about
being
the sack.
cute.
All right.
But there you
Please. How dare you? Come on, Bianca. You know, if you're really into a guy and he's putting on some jeans, he's got a nice ass, you like that, right?
Do.
You turn around the front, you see he's filling out the area there. I'm not saying yanking it up high and making a fake vagina in front like Drew does once in a while. Remember you pull your sweatpants up and you grab them with your teeth? And you run down the hall.
I thought that was funny, though.
All right, but you know what I'm saying. All right. Nice ass, though, right?
Nice ass is a good thing.
Okay. Yeah. Rose,
Hi.
you're 17?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
I'm sorry. I'm very nervous.
All right. Well, we won't talk to you then.
No,
What do you
come
like?
on.
What do you like in a guy, Bianca?
God.
Besides ass.
I want to
Ass
talk to
and
her.
sack.
She sounded really nice.
Sense of humor?
Sense of humor is
Height?
important. Not necessarily.
Got to like
height.
animals?
Yeah, it has to like animals, has to like family.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big drinker.
Oh.
I've had my fair share with those.
Oh, really? Yeah. Nice. Been some alcoholic guys, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trouble.
I had some funny meet the parents experiences.
Were their parents alcoholics?
Of course.
No, my parents. I brought the person home, and my parents had to deal with.
Oh, and they got stewed
loaded.
up during like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he gave my dad a taster.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. It's a good man.
Did your dad?
Dad showed him the sack and then showed him the door.
Did your dad just? What'd your dad do?
Freaked out. Well, I think.
What's your dad do for a living?
He's retired, but he was an anesthesiologist. He's from Czechoslovakia, and
oh man.
So he's like really, classic cool. And
Did he threaten to?
No, because he's not really violent. I think he was firstly more in sense that he got himself to the point where he was actually kind of tipsy with the boyfriend. So I think that he felt bad that they were arguing about the legalization of drugs together.
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good times.
This is why
That's the conversation I want to have with my daughter's boyfriend.
You can't
That's the one.
You can't bring people home.
No.
You just can't. And when the conversation starts, you can just see at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You got to just nip it in the bud. Where they start. They say, "I think a woman should have the right to choose." Yeah, but don't you think it's murder when you? It's like now you got to stand
away,
start a fire, diversionary fire. That's where I go into the bathroom.
Blowtorch.
I just dump rubbing alcohol into the garbage can and throw the candle in there and just start screaming, "Hey!" That's what you got to do because with the wine flowing, 10 minutes later, it's an all-out F fest.
What I'm intrigued though is Bianca said she's had a couple of these experiences.
Yeah.
Your poor dad.
Oh well, no. I mean that was really that was really like the worst thing. And then I think I got a book in the mail from my mother that was like all the red flags, like a book about watching for the warning signs. And then I just became much more selective about when I brought a person home and making sure that I kind of
Not
knew.
who she dated, but who she brought home. Mom
Well,
loved that.
I mean, it's hard to tell in the beginning. If you're smitten with someone, you kind of bypass the signs.
And
at first.
alcoholic guys are always more interesting. They're more fun.
Dramatic.
They're dramatic.
They're bad boys.
They're bad boys. You
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. See, we'd get along because I booze pretty good, but I just slide into a stupor. I don't really talk. I
Yeah,
don't
he
get
wouldn't
into it
even have a
much.
conversation with your dad.
No, we wouldn't talk.
Oh, this guy did that too, but
Oh, yeah, well,
it just
that's
didn't
good.
happen to be the one circumstance.
Your
that-
dad would think he brought like a Labrador home or something.
Yeah, just drink his booze, sit in the corner, talk to him about anesthetics. All
You
right,
fixed the house up though.
Let's take a. I'm
There you
handy.
go.
I'm handy. Let's take ourselves a little bit of break. When we come back,
Come on.
that's not a good tease call. Scott, Tiffany, that's a 6-year-old girl. Dad's not around. 6-year-old? Oh, yeah. Sure. How to prevent it? Okay. We'll talk to Tiffany, the very provocative and interesting Tiffany, after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Bianca Kajlich is our guest tonight. Rock Me Baby. Name of the show, UPN, 9 o'clock. Tuesday nights, tomorrow night. They're Kitties and the Ataris coming up this week. Also Jack Black and Papa Roach next week. Cypress Hill. Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
And Triumph the Insult Wonder Dog, who's absolutely hysterical. So I think that'll be Robert Smigel with his hand up Triumph. So all that to look forward to in the next few days and weeks here on Loveline. All right, Drew. Do we got to do this in-store? Oh, no, we don't do this thing on the air,
No,
right?
no.
Oh.
Right? No. Yeah.
Holy Christ.
Yeah, Yorba Linda.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Once a year, we got to do these in-store calendar signing things where we got to kill a Saturday signing calendars, for the kids.
Right.
For the kids. It's important. But they're always very far away from where we live. And it's, hey, I mean, I understand you got to spread it around. Like, one year might be very far away, and the next year it might be somewhere close to where everyone
We were in
lives.
Pasadena one year, remember?
Well, that still close for you.
Yeah.
Moderately far for everybody else on the air.
Not where most
Not Yorba Linda. Holy Christ.
Yeah.
Can't just have the goddamn thing in Sherman Oaks like human beings. We got to go out to Yorba Linda. And, the thing is always like, oh, well, that's where all the people are. Well, screw them. Let them drive to us. Jesus Christ, we got to go to their house. If they're such huge fans, let them gas up the Honda and head on out to Sherman Oaks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, well, that's where they are. Well, good. Let them come here. Such huge fans. Oh, all right. Don't get me going. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I hope it rains like it did last time.
Belinda. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Last time we went there, we went into Best Buy and we were done, had that chick, had come up, little snot-nosed. How old was that chick, 16?
No, she's a little older than that.
18?
Yeah.
She came up to me and she goes, I'm just walking around Best Buy looking for a TV. And she goes, are you as big an asshole in real life as you are on TV?
Adam had a great response, though.
I just looked at her. All I said was, beat it! And she ran. And it was great.
That's awesome.
Let me tell you, beat it. Huge. Barely used
Not
anymore.
used enough, yeah.
Had a census guy ringing on my doorbell a year ago. He's down there. I just opened the window upstairs. He was down there. I was just like, beat it! This guy just ran down the stairs. It's the ultimate scram. It's scram. You got to leave when someone yells, beat it. You got to go. That's old school. Beat it.
Yeah.
And it's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. It's not. There's a threat implied, but there's no technical threat.
Right.
It's got the word beat in it, though,
Beat it
which
or
is
else.
nice. Yeah, people just turn around and leave. You could stand out in front of people who live at their own house and yell beat it at them. They get back in the car, just drive somewhere. Yeah, it's nice. Drew, you beat it more often. Bianca, beat it.
Definitely.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Tiffany,
Yes. Hi.
you're 28.
Yes, I'm 28.
What's up?
I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I'm a single mother, and her dad lives in another state. And I just wanted to know what I can do to prevent her from becoming a stripper, or like both sides of my family, we had come from a long line of single mothers.
Well, let's see. Don't have any more kids without a dad that's going to hang out. I mean,
what about
sounds obvious.
Stable relationship in your life? Somebody that's
Well, I haven't met any. I date, but of course I don't bring them home to her. But I haven't met anyone yet.
So there's a guy in the Midwest doing some studies on outcomes in adolescence, and one of the things that he has said is that a stable partner does more to help you raise a kid than just about anything else. So it's the presence of somebody who's intimately involved and available and supportive can go a long way.
Okay.
A stable relationship outside the home is also useful.
All right.
And
I'm sorry.
Well, you mean like a teacher, counselor?
Sure, but one sustained over time.
You have a girl?
Yes, it's a girl.
You know, you can get a lot like I always played a lot of Pop Warner football and stuff like that. You know, do sports, do things, get involved with other people. There's sort of male figures around.
Okay.
I mean, that kind of stuff's good. I mean, here's the thing. It's not a death sentence. I mean, what you don't want to do is bring home some pedophile and really screw her up.
That's right.
Right now, here's the thing. If you do a good job and you stay on top of your game, it's never as good as having a loving father around. But if you do a good job and nothing bad happens to her, she's going to be okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, I mean, he calls her. I know this is not enough, but he calls her every day, and he comes home every other week. Is there anything else he can do other than moving back that'll help her out?
He can sustain that till she's 20.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't miss the big holidays like
no. He's always
Passover, Hanukkah. You guys are Jewish, yes?
No.
No?
No.
All right, well, whatever you are. I'm usually not wrong about this. But the point is the big, he's got to send her the gifts on the holidays and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it'd be nice if he got her a pony. Keep it in the apartment. All girls love those ponies.
What is that?
Bianca, you love the ponies?
No.
See
My
that?
sister does, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
I just like to disagree.
You just like to be contrary. You want to ride your contrary pony. All right, where are we, Drew? What happened to your caller up here?
Is she up there? Maybe still.
Someone wants to talk about Drew's book.
That's right.
Hello?
Hello?
No, that's not Rose.
Is this Rose?
No.
Okay. I was a little confused.
We must have called the wrong number.
Let's see. Who do you want
Florida
to
or
talk to?
Germany? We have 1 minute.
Quick Florida or Germany. All right. Jason? Oops.
Chad.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry, second. Chad is line 6. All right.
Germany or Florida.
Yeah. What's up, Chad?
Hey, I got a Florida German for you guys.
All right, real fast.
Police are searching for a man they say could be the stupidest burglar in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They had The unknown man broke into a building of a company and at night and violently assaulted a coffee machine which contained only tokens, despite the sign on the door explaining that it did not take cash. He then went on to steal a mobile phone which only worked on the grounds of the company and a cordless screwdriver, but forgot the batteries and charger. Finally, he went and drank a can of Coke that was 12 months past its sell date. And they never found him.
That's a tough one.
That could be California.
The tokens in the coffee machine sound very German to me.
Yeah, me too.
Cordless drill. I'm going Germany again, as Florida as this sounds.
Okay, yeah, you're right, Germany.
Yeah.
Drew, what am I batting on?
Like
this, Germany or
99%.
Florida?
Yeah, I think you missed maybe one because we talked
Yeah,
yesterday.
you got to be impressed. I mean, I know you're pretty tough not to
You've
crack.
only got a 50-50 chance of
See,
choosing.
listener, that's judgment again. That's judgment. I feel it.
Wow. See,
Judging.
I feel like drinking. She makes me want to drink.
I get that.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah, were these guys alcoholics before they got drunk, or did she drive
It's
them to
always
drink?
an inciting influence.
Interesting. All right, Drew, I'm going to go have a quick pop
All
for
right, fair
my
enough.
hip flask, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Bianca Kajlich is our guest tonight. Rock Me Baby, name of her show, Tuesday nights on UPN, 9 o'clock.
Bunch lots of pens, Adams. Dagger pen. Here's a Celexa pen.
All right, let me tell you what I'm doing. Let me tell you my new policy. Here's what happens. Every year we do this calendar signing. I know I've gotten into this now, and it gets further and further away from where everyone lives. I thought we were doing it in the same place we were at last time, which is far enough. This year it's a Yorba Linda, which I don't believe I've ever been to. I don't even know where that is. Can we just go to Las Vegas, save ourselves some time? Only takes 6 hours to get there. And they're always like, well, don't be late. Don't be late. But I don't know how long it takes to get to Yorba Linda. And here's my deal. Here's what I'm going to do, Drew.
Yeah?
Don't tell anybody.
Oh, yeah.
I leave 1 hour before the gig.
Yeah, it says, look, they give you 52-minute travel time.
That's fine.
Yeah, you just
52
leave
minutes.
that. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm leaving 50 minutes before I have to be there, and if I get there 3 hours late, so be it.
Right.
I'm leaving at 50.
Yeah.
That's it. Holy Christ. What about some gas money? Here's what I'm saying. We're already killing a Saturday. Do we have to dismember it and mash it into the ground, too, by putting 3 hours of travel time on top of the 5 hours we're signing the calendars? Jesus Christ. Can they ever get anywhere near where anyone lives? We're on year number 10 of this, and it's always some outskirt bum F city, God knows where. Is it a practical joke, Drew? Are they effing with us? Jesus Christ, just put it in town. How about Hollywood, you retards? Yorba Linda. Does anyone know who knows where Yorba Linda is? You know what Yorba Linda means? Effing far in Spanish. Yorba Linda. Everyone's got to schlep out to Yorba Linda. Oh, it's beautiful out there. The people are there. Don't want to be there.
I think we were in Fountain Valley the last couple of years. That would have been this, just going south instead of going east.
Oh, it's such a killer. Just take a Saturday and just rape it. Just sodomize it and rape it and throw its bloody carcass on the side of the road. That's what it does to a Saturday.
Nice.
But hey, listen, I love to see the kids. Don't get me wrong.
Well, Stryker, there's the show that precedes us in Los Angeles. I was in his studio, and he said, is Adam going to yell at me again this year?
Well, if he doesn't hurry up and sign, I will. That's the other thing, too. There's a line 7,000 F-ups long. 7,000 kids. And we're all lined up at a table, all the jocks, all 13 K-Rock jocks are all lined up, and I'm always at the end, and because I show up an hour late, and whoever's in front of me is putting like rainbow tape and sprinkles and stuff, and they're signing their names, the Hello Kitty stickers and stuff, and so the line almost stops. And there was almost a riot about 3 years ago when I announced that I was leaving at 4 o'clock, so we had to get moving, and we never got moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was good times. All right, we're rolling along.
All right, Rose.
We don't want to we can't live in the past.
Rose?
Yes, sir.
Hi. Sorry, we lost you there for a little while.
Yeah, sorry, I hung up by accident.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
I was wondering if you're going to get your book on audio tape.
I don't know. You might want to send a little email or maybe a letter off to HarperCollins, Reagan Books. I don't know.
I'm trying to find it in Canada, and I can't.
Yeah.
No, it's never going to happen.
No,
Well, we were going to do a...
period.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a Canadian release, but I have not heard when yet. So.
Yeah, because I'm going blind, so I can't read regular size print.
Ooh, what are you going blind from?
Pardon me?
What are you going blind from?
A rare eye disease called Stargardt's.
How do you spell that?
STARGARDTS.
No, I'm not familiar with that at all. What is it?
1 in 20,000 people get it. It's
What is
where your retina slowly disintegrates from the middle out.
Huh, like a macular degeneration sort of thing?
Yeah, except it's much rarer.
Huh, interesting.
Usually old people get it, so.
Wow. Oh, I'm sorry.
But it sounds like some sort of astronaut drink or something, though. It doesn't sound bad.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Well, what? But listen. So when does it seem like you're going to be blind all the way?
My doctor said when I was 19.
When you're 19.
Yeah.
And at 19, it means not even seeing light.
They said there's a good chance I might see light and whatnot.
What about all these things, these implants and stuff they're working on now? I mean,
He said come back in 20 years and there might be something.
20 years? Why do doctors have to be such a bummer?
I
You know what I mean? And they go like, I give you 3 days. And they go, you'll never walk again. Come see me in 20 years.
Well, one of the things you want to do is help people begin preparing for whatever reality is tossed in their way, and as opposed to clinging to things that are
What's
not
wrong with
likely.
clinging to little
Because you don't
something?
deal with what is. You start processing and managing what you
Let
got.
me tell you what is, buddy. That's what is.
Oh, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That's cool.
See what I'm saying, Bianca? This is what is. You know what I mean? Yeah.
She's impressed by that, I could tell.
I'm pointing at my head with a ballpoint pen. That's what is. Okay. Hey, Rose?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to hear about this, but I do have this sneaking suspicion that oftentimes people that are disabled end up having better lives or seem to end up having better lives. Now, I'm not talking about, working a wheelchair with a silly straw for the rest of your life. I'm just talking about the basic kind, like the blind over
This
here.
really brings out the strength.
It somehow, I don't know what it is, but it brings, I don't know, gives things a context or a focus or an appreciation or something.
Okay.
So that's going to happen for you, Rose. I just know it.
I hope so. If I do, I'll split with you.
Please. All right, so I'll tell you what. Drew will come by. You're in British Columbia?
Yeah.
Vancouver or something? Where are you?
Vancouver?
I'm very close to Vancouver.
All right, so that's about, well, I think you got to go through British Columbia to get to Yorba Linda.
Oh, of course.
I believe.
We can
So
swing, we can swing to take a few minutes out of the path, by the way.
Yeah, it's just off the beat there. All right, so Drew will come by and read it to you himself, okay?
Okay, send me a
One day
windbreaker.
Drew will read the entire book over the air.
Okay.
If you'd allow me, I'd be happy to.
I'd be fine. I'll just go home.
By the way, I've been, again, driving myself nutty with the Amazon reviews, but the reviews that have been coming in lately have been very kind and very, getting my spirits built back up again. Even though the other ones were thoughtful and accurate, they were still a bummer, a lot of them.
But Drew, what is it about you that makes you do that on the internet? Is it narcissism, or is it just you like to twist, you like to throw a little salt in your wound? What are you looking for there? What is that impulse? Everyone has it.
Yeah,
what is it?
I'm trying to figure it out. I can't quite read it in myself.
I don't have it.
Because you don't have it at all. Because you don't care. See, for me, it is. My pathology is I'm too focused on other people. I define everything by other people, and that's a path. But that's the flip side of your pathology, which you define nothing by other people. You don't care about other people.
No, I don't care about myself.
Yeah, you do.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I did Jimmy Kimmel Live on Friday. I did all right. People said it was good. I didn't feel like it was that great.
Yeah.
It's been on my TiVo for a couple days. It's going to fall off my TiVo. I don't want to watch it. And I'm like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
if
I
I was
do the same thing,
hysterical, I'd
too.
probably watch it.
I do the same thing too. But
Bianca, you watch yourself?
Compulsively.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Most people.
But how about what other people write or say about you?
Yeah, I'm like a freak on the internet. I have to see what is written.
See, I know it'll drive you nuts.
But but when I read it, it doesn't affect the way that I feel about what I've done. I just have to know what they're saying.
Really?
Like, I don't know.
See, my thing is if you don't turn it on, it doesn't exist. Like the internet is just some worlds like the Matrix. It's just out there, and if you don't ever turn your computer on, you'll never know it.
The reviews on Amazon have become sort of a bizarre way for our listeners to communicate to me. They're all like giving personal messages and please say my name on the air. And obviously, guys, I'm not going to say your name on the air because that will create a flood of.
He would if you said something decent about the book.
Yeah, well, of course, yes.
You've said people's names on the air all the time.
No, I'm not going to say just because there was some interesting reviews I've read.
All right. But just don't torture yourself. Michelle?
Yeah, hi.
You're 21?
Yes, I am. And
What's up?
Going to UCLA. Well, I just think it's a popular misconception that you have that to assume that women don't find male genitalia attractive when it really is.
Yeah, well, I was trying to sell that to Bianca for about the last 40 minutes, but she shut me down. Yeah. Look, nobody likes the scrotum.
But I mean, I can't agree with that. I just have.
You like a scrotum?
Definitely.
But you like a scrotum in the context. What happened, Drew?
Oh my God, there's something really wrong with that coffee.
Wow. Drew did like a
I didn't know
crazy
it was
take.
the coffee or the scrotum.
Oh my God, you got to taste that. That's the impulse.
It seems too hot.
No, it's not too hot.
It's not too hot?
It is the most bitter, disgusting coffee I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Wow.
That's really bad coffee.
Whoa.
Hey, Michelle?
Yes.
So you like male genitalia?
Definitely, yeah.
And but this is on a guy you're attracted to, right?
I don't know. I mean, it depends. Even if a guy isn't really like that attractive, I mean, I think his genitals can still be.
Mm-hmm.
What makes them attractive? What qualities?
Same. It's a sexuality.
No, but she said the guy could be unattractive, but he could have nice genitals. What makes it nice?
Well, you can say the same thing about, I guess breasts for a guy. Like, what specific physical qualities do you find attractive?
Yeah, a guy could describe that, and we're asking, what is it about?
Okay. Well, probably like thickness. Like is pretty nice. A certain amount of veins, like not incredibly veiny, but like
medium veiny. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing that we were discussing wasn't whether or not I did say that it was unattractive, and that's my personal opinion. But whether a flash of that object would then
evoke sexual feelings.
Right. Exactly. And I'm just saying that a flash of that from somebody, a stranger, isn't necessarily going to do what a boob does
to a male.
Yeah, but you were harsher. You were harsh in the sack a little bit more on that, Bianca.
I disagree. I think
a little bit more on that.
Definitely sexual and alluring.
Yeah, well, there are. Listen, thanks for calling in, Michelle.
We got a few questions from Michelle.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, let me say this, Drew. We've talked about this many times. There are a handful of women that are more visual.
Yes.
Than other women. There a lot of women don't want to watch pornography, for instance, but there's a handful of women that enjoy pornography, and there's a handful of women that like a little sack shot through the tennis shorts when the guy's drinking a little iced tea, under the umbrella after a tough set.
Little energy from Michelle.
Really?
Yeah.
Michelle?
Yeah.
You're going to UCLA?
Right.
You don't sound Asian.
No, I'm not Asian.
Huh. Well, anyway, you like the genitalia. Were you ever abused? Alcoholic dad?
No.
No sexual abuse?
Dad.
No physical abuse?
No, I'm doing fine there.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Everything cool?
Yeah.
Where's your dad?
He's living in Vegas.
Uh-oh. That's trouble. That's the Vegas in Florida, the storm drain of the United States, the contiguous United States, just all flow into Vegas and Florida.
Floor drain. The storm drain is too kind.
Well, I just mean it ends up. That's where it ends up. It spills out into the bay with all the other crap that falls in there. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the many.
True. The floor drain goes out in the same place.
Okay. Right.
How dare you? The storm drain goes. Hey, what's your dad doing in Vegas?
He's just being retired. He used to be an engineer.
Nah.
So, tax reasons.
Not true. Don't put a puss on. She's a 21-year-old girl that happens to like the look of a man's junk. Let's leave her alone. Is there anything Drew needs to know about you so he can be right?
I don't think so. I mean, what is he looking for so that he can be right?
He's just looking for your dad to
I don't know. I'm a film student, so I guess I am pretty visual.
What kind of film student?
Interesting.
No.
Yeah, animation.
No.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to move to Korea eventually if you're in animation.
Is that
That's
right?
where it's all done. All goes to Korea. It seems like they figure the computer out and get it done out here. This is animation, the whole drawing the cells with the Korean sweatshop thing.
Right.
Been that way since Tugboat Willie.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or Steamboat Willie, or whatever the hell the first animated
Mickey
whatever was. Doesn't it seem like really that technology is just exactly the same as it was?
No, but the labor issues must somehow remain the same.
But it is, basically. You draw the cells and you...
They don't do that anymore, do they? They actually draw the cells still?
I think they do draw the cells, and that's why the labor is so intensive.
Then there's the guys like Brad Abelson and guys out here. What do?
They create the characters, and they do the animation, but they have to transpose those onto cells or something. Huh. I don't know. I'd like... you're saying, why? What? Like, if you're a Simpsons animator, what are you doing out here?
Right.
And obviously you're creating the characters, and you're probably creating the looks and the movements and things, and then somebody's filling all the thousands of cells it takes to actually make a cartoon. Maybe you're drawing, maybe you're like tracer bullets. You're like every 10th one is one of yours or something.
Right.
I don't know. Huh. What do you know about that, Bianca?
Nothing.
All right, well then keep quiet.
I am.
Aaron?
Yes.
You're 20?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I think that I've met my soulmate, as crazy as that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even really important because I'm 2 states away from him now. But we used to be neighbors, and we spent some time together and everything, and I've come back home, and it's been 6 months, and I still think about him more and more as time goes by, and I wonder if you guys think it's crazy or weird.
Well, what are you doing out here?
I've come back home I'm going to school.
What were you doing in Utah or New Mexico or Washington or wherever he is?
I decided to go there and just kind of explore.
What's he doing there?
He's from there, and he's working, and he's kind of a starving student like I am.
All right. Well, let's talk about this. Usually you end up thinking a lot about somebody from the past when things aren't going so good for you in the present.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you're the belle of the ball and everyone's asking you out and you're dating and having a good, fruitful social life, you don't think back at the person back home and start... And when you do, and by the way, when you get in that vulnerable place, you start thinking about the person, then you start building them up.
Yeah.
They become a deity at this point.
Right.
But then we always come back to the question, which is, why didn't you guys go out when you were together
why
around each other?
Okay, this is really interesting because, I moved up there with my best friend, and he lived upstairs from us in this building with his best friend. So our best friends, who were neighbors, were already in this serious relationship when I moved up there. And both of our apartments were kind of like common ground for all 4 of us. Actually, 5 of us.
Not interesting.
We're bored.
Yeah.
Listen, Aaron, well, let me ask a couple of questions. Did you ever have a physical relationship with this guy?
Yeah.
You did?
We went out a few times, and we would end the night kissing and, cuddling, but we wouldn't sleep together.
All right.
Except for actually one time we did. After we already established that it wasn't the right dynamic for a relationship.
Forget it.
He's
boy.
Aaron, great when you can get away with establishing the dynamic.
That's a guy telling you this is not a relationship.
Yeah, it's too bad this isn't going to be able to work out. Don't stop sucking.
Okay.
But there are reasons why this.
Yeah, it's like I cannot write time in my life. I got to find a job. If I'm in the right place, you be the one.
Oh yeah.
No, because he never told me any of that stuff, and that was that.
Well, how did you guys establish it was the wrong dynamic?
Yeah, what was the establishment?
Okay, we spent so much time together that there was no, it was just like it was just a horrible dynamic to be like forced in this relationship with our two smooth.
Let me work this with Bianca.
Yeah.
We could never work out because of our proximity and the amount of time we spend together.
You missed it. It was because of the time the roommates were spending together.
That's what I was getting
it's too much time with those roommates.
There's great sexual chemistry with us, and of course that's not going to stop. But because of the proximity of Jan and Steve,
they're always together.
Do I have to explain why it couldn't work out for us?
I always think it's so sad that somewhere along the way, and maybe it's the way that movies and television have portrayed relationships to be, but when you're younger and you have these ideas of grandeur of what this relationship is going to be, and people think that it doesn't take any work or whatever, but you can almost hear in her voice too the
idealization.
Yes, of what this fabulous thing
is a very dangerous mode to be in.
That's right. Aaron,
you got to accept things on. You got to think the way he's thinking and accept that. And the way he's thinking is, this is okay, this is cool, maybe we'll have a physical thing, but no relationship, no.
Yeah, he wasn't that into you. He was a little bit into you, but not much.
And enough to make sure that you didn't get too far in and that he could escape.
And that's not to say that, I mean, you wouldn't want to hold on to that. That's not to say that, 10 years down the road, that person isn't going to kick themselves and be like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it totally ridiculous for me to think that our interaction was serendipitous and amazing, and that I really feel that he knew that that he felt the sparks too?
No.
I mean,
no.
If he'd felt the sparks, he would have let you know.
He'd still be with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. Listen,
guys do not leave things open from. Guys are like freight trains. Come on, they don't.
Let me tell you what guys do too. Guys are amazing at playing stupid when they don't want something in a relationship or a relationship at all.
Right.
And even once in a while, some girl wants to have sex with you that you don't want to have sex with. Even her, you can make her think that it was her idea, that you guys didn't get together or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Guys are diabolical that way. They can play very stupid, and because they have the history, or at least a reputation, of not being good in relationships and being a little bit thick.
And as much as I want to blame that on guys, it really is women's fault for accepting that BS.
Right.
You should not accept that BS. You've got to think... Male and female brains do not function the same. You must begin understanding and accepting the way a male's brain works and just deal with it.
But understand if a guy is into you, he's into you, and he'll let you know all about it, and he'll hang on with both hands. He really will. And it's not... See, people think... Here's what women think. Women think, this guy's into me, but he's a guy, and he doesn't know how to function in a relationship.
Right.
So he doesn't know how to be into me, even though he really is into me. When you're in, I mean...
The guy that doesn't know how to function in the relationship will hang on like crazy, be on your doorstep every day.
Right.
And cheat, and be an idiot, and not be available when you want him, but be there all the time.
Give your daddy a twister.
That's right.
Get drunk.
Well, and I think that girls or women tend to think that just because we act that way in relationships, because we do, like we'll do the little coy things and the push away or whatever, that guys do the same thing. And they don't.
No.
Right. And they're not big game players when they're interested.
Right.
You will, like anything else a guy's interested in, piece of real estate, a car, a job, or a woman, you will know, and he will go after it.
Period.
Thank you.
It's a direct line. It's not.
Thanks.
It's not a jagged thing.
All right, Drew. Let's go to the bathroom.
All right.
We'll be back. Hey, buddy. Loveline, madam. That's Dr. Drew. Bianca Kajlich is our guest tonight. She is on Rock Me Baby, which is UPN, 9 o'clock. Tuesday nights, tomorrow night. And then, after that, your fabulous crank anchors on Comedy Central. Also, the Ataris coming in here tomorrow night. Jack Black's going to be in here. Also, Adrian and what's her nose from Bow Wow Wow. Remember her, Drew?
Annabella?
Yeah. Adrian from No Doubt is going to be in here with her. And then Triumph the Insult Wonder Dog, Lincoln Park, Cypress Hill, Papa Roach. All going to be in here in the next... about 8 days?
Mm-hmm. Quite a lineup.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go, buddy.
If you point at that screen long enough, maybe the caller will spontaneously...
I got to get my think on, Drew. Okay. I can't just power into every call blindly like you. I like to really focus on who I'm talking to and what we're talking about.
Notice that.
And how I can turn it toward me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, let's see. Daniel had unprotected sex with girlfriend. All right. She had a gay boyfriend. All right. Daniel?
No, this is Deanna.
Deanna.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is Deanna. I called last night about your whole oral sex thing that you had. You said, or anal sex, that there wasn't none in pornos, or only in certain pornos. Every single porno.
Oh, right. We never did speak to her on the air, did we?
No.
I've
You
never
guys,
seen
it
her.
was at the end of the night. And
yeah,
then,
your call was up there, yeah.
yeah, I want to tell you, Drew, you're right. Girls, they think that they have to do all this stuff for these guys, and they don't. It doesn't.
You're right. I think
Drew's a genius.
No, I think women need to be empowered
They need to have more respect for themselves. Until they have respect for themselves, the guys aren't going to respect them.
Yeah.
Guys are going to do what they do anyway.
Yeah, they're going to.
And throughout human history, women have contained men. We stopped doing that about 30 years ago. It's time we did that again.
Smart. That's right. We need to be contained.
We do.
I can't believe
you can
it.
start
These
tonight.
girls-
Drew's out of control. Let's entertain him, please.
You guys are funny.
All right. What's going on?
Not much. I listen to you guys all the time.
Hold on 1 second. I smell junior college.
Okay. Ask.
Deanna,
Yeah.
you go to junior college?
Did I go to junior college? No. I am from Maryland. I'm 22. I've been here for 2 years. I don't know.
You thinking about junior
I'm
college?
going to go. I want to be a phlebotomist.
A phlebotomist?
A phlebotomist.
And
Take people's blood, that kind of thing.
Are you planning on going to junior
Oh,
college?
yeah, I'm going to go. I don't know.
This is the only thing worse than someone who's actually attending junior college, someone who has it as a distant goal.
No,
One day, God willing,
No,
stars
it's not
align,
that.
everything works out, I will be going to junior college.
It's just,
You don't have to plan to go to junior college, by the way. Just show up. You show up drunk on a Wednesday. You get right in.
to me. I didn't
What's that?
graduate. I quit school when I was 15. I'm from small town. I'm not stupid, but I don't.
No.
I
Why'd you stop
I
high
have
school?
a baby. I have to take care of my baby. I can't.
Sure.
You know, I got to work. I can't.
Not work?
Oh, yeah, I work.
Okay. No, you sound like a genius. I didn't mean to
Yeah,
insinuate
sure.
that.
What's your question, Deanna?
I was just calling to tell you that you are right, and these girls need to learn that they don't have to do everything the guy says. You know.
Agreed. You don't have to worry about keeping guys happy.
Yeah.
Is there a guy there? How old's your kid?
My daughter's 5. Yeah, my boyfriend is here.
All right. He's demanding anal right now?
No, he never.
All right. It's a good
I
man.
don't do it, and he respects me for that.
All right. He's
You
a
know,
keeper. He's a
that's-
keeper.
Yeah.
What branch of the construction field is he in?
Actually, he works in the movies.
He does.
Yeah, he builds.
Maryland?
Building props.
Yeah,
He's prop guy?
he's
Set builder?
yeah, something like that. Tool man, something.
It'd be a carpenter. All right, baby. You sound like a genius.
You
All right.
have a good night.
Good
All right,
times.
take care now.
That's like what?
She's fine.
All right.
She's fine.
Boyfriend's a carpenter. That's all I'm saying. Then I asked what branch he was
That
in.
is the best kind of man you can have.
A carpenter?
Of course.
Uh-uh.
You need something built, it's built.
That's right.
There you go.
Except for he's drunk and he's banging your sister. Other than that, these carpenters are
can't
great
have
guys.
everything.
Great guys.
Exactly.
Guy who knows his way around the wood shop. Exciting for you? Turn on?
I just like the fact that, if I wanted something like a deck built, he could build it. He's handy.
Adam, she doesn't know about you.
Oh, yeah. I'm a builder, baby.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. And let me say something, too. Not one of these pussy Hollywood guys who's, no, builder.
Is that what they say?
Real builder.
Oh.
Real builder. Not these.
Like,
not
what
these
constitutes
Hollywood
a
guys.
real builder?
He was a contractor for 10 years.
I could build a house or anything in
Really?
a house.
Like a real builder.
A real builder. That's what I'm saying.
I'm getting that.
Not the handy homos running around with the 9.6 Makita cordless. I'm talking talking about fabricating. Yes, Drew?
Yes, I've seen your work.
Drew knows. Have you seen my work, Drew?
Crazy.
Crazy work, right?
Crazy. Yeah,
That's
crazy.
not like novelty.
Novelty, like, if I were to try to figure out where to find a contractor that does what you do, I wouldn't know what to do.
Ah,
you know
thanks,
what I mean?
buddy.
You know what I mean?
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't wring it out of him, but that's nice. Nice. No, I just mean I don't want to be lumped in with the weekend hobby guys. That's what I'm saying.
In fact, I was standing in front of your house, and a contractor came by. I didn't tell you this, and he was like, "Yeah, I've been driving by this house for months, watching." And he goes, "I love seeing the work of a man with vision." I'm like, "Let me introduce you." No, I gotta go.
No.
but he was very complimentary.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
Yeah.
I think Bianca just turned the corner on me.
So I told that story.
Just thinking about the building. Oh yeah, 10 of every tool.
A deck
in my sleep, baby. That's
really?
Nothing. I fart decks out. I farted a deck out and the lounge and the furniture, hibachi, the whole thing. Crapped one out just the other day. That's a big 0. That's a 2 for me. Yeah. I wish that was all I had to do. Frank?
Yeah.
You're 20?
Yep. What's up, Adam?
What's up?
Oh, nothing much.
Mm-hmm.
Just hating life right now.
You have a home improvement question?
What?
Home improvement question?
Oh, no. My question was, I am highly addicted to marijuana right now. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing really wrong with that, in my opinion, but it's just something that I've been trying to quit for the past couple of years. I've been in and out of rehab.
Frank, there's nothing wrong with heroin addiction either. It's a disease process, a biology, and it's one of them things. And you got to have treatment. It doesn't stop by itself.
Mm-hmm.
You're wanting to pass judgment on it and say there's something right or wrong about it. It's just a biology, and it's a behavioral manifestation of a particular biological process, and it has psychological elements to it, and it needs to be treated.
You've been in and out of rehab for marijuana?
Yeah, just because...
Oh, you're getting in trouble with the law.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Make it
Nobody goes to rehab at 20 for weed unless somebody sends them. The judge is sending you.
The parents.
This is the judge.
It was the judge, but I gave it, I gave it a shot, but it's one of those deals where my environment is, I don't know a single person doesn't smoke pot,
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're hanging out there. Well, you're in the wrong place.
Well,
I mean, look, here's the deal. All right, let me say this. Okay, here's the thing about drugs. They're not inherently evil, just like cars aren't inherently evil. But if you get effed up and you hop up on the sidewalk and run over a few people, then you can't drive a car anymore. You get into trouble.
That's right.
Some people can have a glass of wine after work, maybe 2 or 3, beat off to a little TiVo, no problem.
And 3 more?
Okay, but no problems. That's my point. They hold down jobs. They go to work.
They talk on the radio.
Successful radio shows. They're builders with vision. The point is some people, other people get busted, get popped, get into trouble, go through the court system. That is, Frank, that's what happened to you.
Well, you got a disease.
You got to quit.
Yeah, you got a disease process, and you've got to get serious about the treatment. It is not going to get better by itself. It's not going to get better with you trying to make it better, white-knuckling it. It doesn't. It's not inherent in the biology.
Yeah, well,
it requires treatment.
It's been a while since I was in trouble, but I'm getting to the point where, like, I'm going to school to be an EMT.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more or less trying to do it for morally, but I'll go days and I'll try and not go.
Frank, do you hear a word I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cannot stop it on your own. It doesn't work that way when you're at this stage of the disease.
Yeah.
And it is not a moral issue. It's not a weakness. It is a particular biology of the central regions of your brain. And if you do not get it treated, it isn't going to stop. You're going to get, eventually the syndrome is you get depressed and you'll switch to something else, usually speed. And that's the way that goes. You're a human with a disease process, and if you don't take a treatment, it's not going to get better.
I'll tell you, Drew, when I hear EMT, I have to laugh every time because, as you know, it's emergency medical technician.
Yeah.
See, to me, because I'm a builder, it's electromagnetic tubing. It's rigid conduits. You always gotta laugh, gotta smile. I'm trying to be an EMT. You're trying to be a rigid piece of conduit. Have to laugh.
Didn't work.
She's looking?
Yeah, she's looking.
She's impressed, though.
Impressed,
Right?
yeah, impressed.
I mean, EMT.
Let's give her some more wood. Wood seems to be the thing for decks. You know.
All right, decks.
Wood.
Yeah,
Let's take some. We'll take some home improvement questions tonight, Drew. That's what we need. Ask me a deck question. We'll do some home improvement questions. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Take
Boring bit.
Quick break. Rock Me Baby's the name of the show. You got to watch that. We got to keep it on. Bianca's got to get enough money to build a deck.
Please.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Jack Black coming in here at the end of the week. The Ataris in tomorrow night. Bianca Kajlich is our guest tonight. She's from Rock Me Baby. Tuesday nights on UPN, 9 o'clock. All right. You want to do it Germany or Florida?
Sure. Do a couple of them. We got a couple up there.
Really?
And then home improvement.
And then home improvement.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes.
James?
No. Yeah.
You're 20?
Uh-huh.
What's up? Well, everyone asks Drew doctor questions all week long. What's wrong with a little home improvement? Go ahead, James.
Oh, okay. First, just wanted to say you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Got a Germany or Florida for you.
All right.
Okay. 16-year-old girl gets in trouble for going to school with a T-shirt covered in packaged condoms.
Mm-hmm.
She distributed about 50 of them to classmates before getting caught and suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Florida.
I heard this one today,
Oh.
so I'm going to abstain.
Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Florida.
Yeah. It was Florida, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
All right, Drew. See, I pull out, Drew slides in, doesn't miss a beat.
That's right.
All right, good times there, James.
All right, you too.
All right. Let's see. This poor guy's been on hold for 76 minutes. You want to talk to him?
Sure.
Talk to Jason, who's on line 5. Jason,
Gentlemen,
you're 26. What's up?
I have a situation with my girlfriend, who I've been seeing now for about a year and a half. We now live together.
Mm-hmm.
Before we got together, I would use pornography to masturbate.
Sure.
Normal stuff.
Right.
And eventually I stopped because I started to feel guilty, like I was cheating or something like that, sitting there admiring some other
Did
person's body.
she make you feel that way, or is that something you came upon yourself?
No, actually, she would come and visit me in my home. I have like a Playboy calendar or something simple on the wall.
Did that bug her?
It might have, but she didn't trip about it. You know what I mean?
Simpleton porn.
So
That's not
She didn't say anything
advanced
about it.
porn.
It's not even porn, is it?
I don't.
By today's
I
standards?
don't think it's porn anymore. I don't think a Playboy calendar would be considered. I think it's sort of quaint porn. That's grandpa's porn.
Well, now that I know her well, it's not something that she was very comfortable with. But
So
she
you
doesn't
probably
have-
knew that she was freaking out about it.
I didn't know. Well, I just, I'm sitting there and, taking care of business, and I'm like, this doesn't really feel right. I care about this girl, yet I'm doing this, But it was just simply she wasn't
what
around.
month were you into? What was your best month over there? Like, see, when the Playboy calendar would come out, you would have to argue for the month of your birthday.
Well,
like,
I was in the special edition.
Drew, what are you? What month are you?
September.
You'd be like, September's so much hotter than May, and I'd be like, are you kidding? May kicks September's ass. Look how hot she is. Like, because once your month was hotter than your buddy's month, well, then you're in.
And then 6th grade came around.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
What's that, Jason?
I wasn't into the month to month. I was more the special edition with no articles.
Right. Anyway, so what's the question?
Well, so I stopped, but then over time, I got back into it slowly. Like at first, I'd do a magazine or something like that.
What's the question? What's the question?
All right. Is he just yanking our
No, I think
fleshy
he's
chain,
I
or
think
is he
he's-
just one of these guys that has
Yes.
trouble forming thoughts?
He's very anxious.
Okay. All right. Jason.
My question is, because I have gone back to pornography and am now lusting over physically attractive women, does that mean that I am pulling away from the girl, or is it because I've allowed myself to go back to that and not resisted it?
Oh, boy.
I'm
Adam, you gotta talk to this young
Okay.
man.
Listen. Okay. Here's the deal. Don't make this whole big battle of good and evil within yourself and pornography. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. You really are.
It's
You're a
ridiculous.
26-year-old guy. If you feel like spanking off to something you see on the internet once in a while, no harm, no foul. You can still love your girlfriend and respect your girlfriend.
I knew you would say that, but I
Yeah. Dr. Drew would say that too. Here's the thing.
I'm against
it's
it.
weird. It's like you have a problem when you start talking about the problem too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Every guy I know just beats off to God knows what, God knows when.
It's one thing.
He's obsessing on it.
Right.
And there's a sort of retarded religious overtones, too.
There was.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's one thing, though, if he is obsessing and compulsively involving himself with pornography to the point where he is pulling away from the relationship or using the porno to manage feelings
Right.
or affecting his work or having consequences. This is none of that. This is none of that.
Jason, are you religious?
In the past,
Mm-hmm.
but not currently. I just
Which one?
confessed all this to her. Christianity.
All right. Well, that's enough. It's enough of that nonsense, all right? You get to spanking. That's what the real God wanted you to do. That's what my God wants.
Well, it hurts her now that she knows that I've been doing it. You know, so it's
okay,
a big
but
issue.
listen, this is just that sort of stupid retard couple dance you do when you're 16.
She's 26, though.
All right, but sometimes it goes on for 10 years. No, you can do this at 26. Bianca, how old are you?
26.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. This is going to happen. Maybe later tonight.
What's going to happen?
Well, here's all I'm saying. Guys at 26, and girls too, you start getting into that. You put on the jeweler's loop and examine everything too closely. It hurts me when you do this. I'm going to try to stop. At a certain point, you get a little bit older, you get a little wiser, and you just start realizing, look, there's certain stuff I do, I keep separate. Certain stuff she does, she keeps separate. We don't need to know who's thinking what all the time. And also, everything you do isn't directed at me. You like to go off and do what you do. I like to go off and do what I do once in a while. Doesn't mean it's an attack. Doesn't mean I'm thinking of you.
Doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't
I
mean
agree.
anything. Yes.
See?
Thank you.
Yay.
Found out I could build a deck, and all of a sudden,
she's on your side.
Nothing but head nods and smiles over there. All right, let's talk.
I'm trying to figure out what this line 1 is all about here. Let's get that up.
Line 1?
Yeah, I wonder what he's into here.
David?
Hey, how's it going, you guys?
You're 18. What's going on?
All right, this is my question. What kind of questions do you guys think I should ask a sociopath? I'll explain why I'm asking a sociopath in a little bit, but what kind of questions do you guys think I should ask him?
For what?
What are you trying to achieve?
No, I'm having a sociopath come to my abnormal psychology class, and he's going to talk to the class and stuff, and we're going to be able to ask him questions. The thing is like, I don't know what to ask this guy. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I know that they're, psycho and everything like that, but like...
You Mormon?
What?
Is a sociopath...
sociopath is worse than Hannibal Lecter. A sociopath has no remorse, no feeling.
They're all worse.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter is like a psychopath.
No
I know. He's worse than... this guy is worse than Hannibal Lecter. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Well, good luck. He's going to eat the entire class.
Yeah.
He's worse. How do you get worse than eating a bunch of people?
I mean, like...
Worse actor? What do you mean?
Kind of questions? I mean,
ask him about
what a sign is and that kind of stuff.
Ask him about his relationships. Ask him about his family of origin.
He likes home improvement.
I mean,
you learn a lot about what?
Is it true that they know the difference between right and wrong, but they just have no remorse?
What about
the part of the brain that that develops empathy doesn't develop normally in these folks. So they have attachment problems, and their self is incomplete, and they never get the opportunity to develop the part of the brain that's part of the right orbital frontal system that's responsible for activating regions that allow for empathy to grow. So they don't get empathy. They don't have empathy. It's just that part of their brain doesn't function. So when you have feelings and experiences, they don't really acknowledge. They don't register them.
Yeah, little of that's good. Just a dash.
That's you.
Just sprinkling.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, look,
I overdo that, and you underdo that.
Well, I don't look up my name on the internet, so who
That's what I'm
cares?
saying.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. What's wrong with you caring too much?
Yeah, but caring. See, here's the problem: when you take a word and you give it a
valence,
you give it a valence. Yeah. And it becomes a sort of give a positive word, like you say caring, and then you say you do too much. Like I love too much.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not quite that.
But it's pathology. I'll call it that.
All right.
Focus too much on other people.
All right, Scott. Yeah, it's a euphemism. Caring. I mean, in your.
I agree with you.
You're an angry man. You're scaring me. Scott.
Hello.
Yeah, you've been on hold for 76 minutes, so I'm caring for you a little too much. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Adam.
Your pals are getting into coke and drugs, and you're not?
Well, basically, what I wanted to know is when do you draw the line between helping them out and just letting them go?
You can't really help them out. That's up to them. You can sort of confront them with what you're seeing, and that's it. That's all you can do. And really, if it comes to the point where somebody thinks somebody's endangering themselves, sometimes the only thing that does catch their attention is loss. And so you becoming something that they value and lose might catch their attention. But that's about all you can do.
So
how old are your buddies?
I've attempted to do that, and I've laid down the ground rules of what I expect. And
No.
Yeah,
That will not work.
And let me tell you something, too. If these guys are your age, they got about 10 years before they get it out of their system. I spent my entire 20s just pleading with roommates to quit doing drugs and hiding drugs, and then having my other roommate wanting to flush drugs down the toilet, in which case I had to block the toilet because I was like, let's not do anything. Come on now. Well, I can still do the drugs. You don't have to flush them down the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
This is the point. You can't make any rules, Scott. What you can do is let them know how you feel about what you see them doing, and then step back. That's all you can do.
Louise took a sack of bootleg Quaaludes and bury them in the yard so Chris wouldn't find them. It was great. That was great. He's running for the toilet. I'm diving in front of him. That's good times. Yeah, but anyway, the point is 10 years later, everything was fine. Just hard to do anything with guys who keep moving.
A couple guys did make it, but it's all right.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's it. I'm a sociopath. What do I care? I'm more interested in Bianca's deck. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Yeah, Drew. Well, that's the show.
Well, yeah, Drew, what?
Twisting your dad's breasts.
That's what her boyfriend
You
did.
don't say dad's breasts.
What do you say?
Weird. It's
What do
like
you say?
he's like preoperative transvestite, a transsexual.
What do you say?
It's a tit twister.
No, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Bianca, God bless you. You're a cool breeze of fresh air in this studio.
Thank you.
Yes, you come back anytime you like.
Thanks very much.
Rock Me Baby, name of the show, Tuesday nights, UPN, 9 o'clock. And tomorrow night, the Ataris will be in here. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Distributed about 50 of them to classmates before getting caught and suspended.
You're gay.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.